of a dream.
We choose to go to the moon.
And there's cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped.
I regard myself as a soldier.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight
from where the zipper ends, round under my back to my bunghole, down where your nuts hang.
I guess all of you would say this about your mother.
Hello, I'm Ron Thompson, and welcome to History Squirt.
And I'm Jason. And do you know what we're going to talk about today, Ron?
I don't.
We are going to talk about Diogenes of Sinope.
Oh,
or Diogenes the Cynic. You do know him.
I do know him vaguely. Yeah, I've heard. I just know a couple of stories.
What do you know? Give me what you know first.
Oh, I don't want to ruin any of the stories.
No, that's all right.
I feel like I know the best ones. Yeah,
that's all right.
No,
there's
I know,
plenty of stories.
I know he lived in a box or something on the street. And I know he's famous for plucking a chicken and saying, this is man, I present you man, or something to Socrates or someone.
Yes.
Yeah,
very
I think
similar.
that's about it. I know he was basically like a contrarian of some description.
Yes. I don't really know what that means.
he went against the social norms of the day.
Very, very much so. Yes, he's definitely that.
Or he's
person.
just basically saying the opposite of whatever anyone else was saying.
Yes, it was defied of social norms.
Yes.
So this is how we do it. All right. Well, that's not very much. I just like to point that out. It's a long story. So first of all, he's born. I just want to point out that when we're talking about 400 BC, sources get a bit dodgy. What actually took place and what, the person we're listening to is someone who wrote this, 400 years after the fact.
Yeah, I recall from history class back in school that there's primary sources and secondary sources and some shit like that. I don't really want to get into that, but yeah.
It's basically that. So I think is always got to be careful of what you truly believe. So anyway, he's born somewhere between 412 and 404 BC in the city of Sinope. It's on the Black Sea. It's sort of the top of Turkey current day, but it's a Greek state. So Greeks have settled there. His father was a banker, and he started his early career with him helping be a banker.
Yeah, okay. So I see, okay. So he's rebelling against his father.
Yeah. It's rebellion against his father.
That makes sense, yeah.
But there's actually a giant scandal in the city. And it seems there was some sort of crime in the currency being debased. No one's really sure what took place. Maybe he was printing dodgy coins that weren't proper silver or gold, or he was making them smaller, or
putting dicks on them or something.
We put pictures of dicks on them. Could be putting but either way, everyone got the shits because the money was dodgy. So he got kicked out him and his father got kicked out of the city. Okay, and they lost their citizenship. Now, in Greek society, that's sort of a very important thing. If you're not a citizen of a town, you're basically on your own in the wilderness.
Excommunicado.
Yeah, basically an excommunication. Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't have a gun, so it's not as easy.
Not yet.
So he decides to go to the Oracle of Delphi. Very famous oracle. Ask the oracle, what should I do now? I'm not a citizen. And he was told that he should deface the currency. That was the message he
Isn't
got.
that's just what they got kicked out for?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
the quote.
the same thing.
He defaced the currency. But he doesn't even take it like it's got anything to do with currency. He takes it as more political currency. And that he should deface the political currency of the land.
Oh.
That's how he took it. Yeah. But I don't really understand how he gets deface the currency. He's like, oh, that means political. Why?
Yeah, it's a man of metaphors.
Yeah, it makes little sense. So he decides to go to Athens. He gets into Athens, and when he arrives in Athens, he's got this slave named Manes. And as soon as they arrive in Athens, he runs away. And he's quoted as saying, "If Manes can live without Diogenes, why not Diogenes without Manes?"
feel like slaves is a big thing back then.
Yeah.
I feel like we keep coming back to slaves
Slaves.
every episode.
Well, it's like a third of the people.
They're a big deal.
It's like a third of the people.
He really didn't believe in himself, right? Diogenes. He didn't think he could live without his slave.
Well, I don't. He's like, his slave can live without me. I can live without. There you go. Don't worry. He gets his fair share of being enslaved later. You wander off, you get enslaved. That's just how it works these days.
Yeah, he's just running into someone else's arms.
So he's now in Athens, and he meets Athertisthenes, who he decided he wanted to teach him about philosophy. But Isosthenes literally hit him with his stick continuously to go away.
Sort of like a Rafiki type character.
Yeah, so like he just yes, he's following this man around and he just keeps hitting with his stick. He's like, and he says, and the quote is this: "Strike, for you will find no wood hard enough to keep me away from you as long as I think you have something to say."
That's
So
pretty. I feel.
Yeah, you go.
That's pretty hot. That's some real sweet talk right there.
Just keeps hitting with his stick.
Oh no, you can't beat me away, buddy. I'm gonna keep coming back. I'm after those cheeks.
Athertisthenes was obviously a philosopher as well. His big thing was he was about virtue, and that he believed in virtuous behavior. And if you were virtuous, that would ensure your happiness. That really all you needed was your own strength and spirit to achieve this. So that was sort of his big thing. So that's why Diogenes was like really into him, because it was like, okay, it's a virtuous life. And it's basically a thing that, all these pleasures don't give you. So we're going philosophical now.
Oh,
but it's all about it's all about like
use your words.
Being like abstinent from worldly pleasures, because that's not going to make you happy. Being virtuous is.
Yeah, don't want to be. So he's saying don't be hedonistic.
Yeah, so that's their big behavior. So that's what Athertisthenes taught. But our boy Diogenes decided to take it a little bit further. So he decided there was 3 forms of being. There were animals, people, and gods. He believed, don't worry about the gods, they're too far above us, there's nothing we can do. They're all too powerful.
He just didn't believe in plants.
No, obviously not. No.
They were animals. He saw a fucking Venus flytrap once, and he was just like, "Yeah, no, they're animals. That's it. That's it."
Where's a Venus flytrap from? I don't think it's from Greece, so he's probably never seen that.
Nah, I feel like South America or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But they used to get it. They used to get around.
Venus flytraps.
The empire was big.
Not really. He's not going to leave Greece. Or like a little bit, but not like. He's not going to leave Europe.
You don't think he was vacationing in like Tijuana or something?
No, I don't think he made it to Southeast Asia.
That's very Southeast Asia.
Where is it? What do you say?
South America, Tijuana.
Oh, Tijuana. Oh,
it's like on the border. It's on the border of.
So I always said Taiwan. I was like, fucking whatever. So it is.
Wanted to blow up a cow with a bazooka or something.
So it decided that
Continue.
animals were happy, right? This is where we're going with this. Animals are happy, people aren't happy, they've got too much anxiety. And the reason they've got too much anxiety is because they own too much stuff. So apparently owning stuff causes problems. You gotta protect your stuff, you gotta get more stuff. It's a never-ending thing. So don't have anything, don't desire anything, you'll be much happier. And he very much didn't care about classes, which was a big thing at the time. Like, he would talk to slaves and kings in the same sort of manner, which was very odd for the time. All right, so he decided that he was going to put this into practice. So this is where we go. He lived in a giant clay pot in the middle of town.
A clay pot.
That's
Okay.
what you were saying
All
before.
right.
So it's a giant clay pot. So he's living in this in this pot.
Up or down or on top? Like a does he like live in it like
It's
a
sort of-
like a hermit
I've seen
crab like on top?
Yeah,
or is
more-
he like in it on the side? Then he just roll around.
I would say more like a hermit crab, but it's on its side. It's sort of like a pot on its side, and he's just sort of sleeping in it. You know?
Yeah.
I saw a
I
picture,
guess
but
you'd have
obviously
to
it wasn't the real picture.
stick a brick or something on either side so it doesn't roll away.
Sure, it was put in place somehow. I don't know.
Okay. The first mobile home. I like it. Yep.
It's a clay pot. It's not really a mobile home. I think it was out
Well, if he
there.
decides to if he tries to sleep in that on a hill, I'm sure it would be a mobile home.
So he pissed and shit wherever he wanted, basically. So
Nice.
he had no social regard for anyone or anything.
I assume he isn't washing his hands then either.
I don't think so.
I assume hygiene's out the window.
Like, it seems like from what the stories say that he took it to the extreme. Like, even if you were gonna shit, like you shit in a corner or something, he just decided to be like, all right, it's time to shit, and he'd just pull his pants down and just take a shit in the middle of like the town hall or like the theater and stuff, and everyone would be like, what the hell, dude?
He sounds like the kind of guy who, like, you know, when you were a kid or whatever, and someone would come out of the bathroom and they hadn't washed their hands, and they'd be like, oh, and they'd like come at you with their piss hands. He sounds like that kind of guy. I imagine he was doing that sort of stuff.
He's the guy that you're standing next to and he just pulls down his pants and just takes a shit.
Just takes a shit.
He pissed on some guy. No, some guy, actually, I'm not sure how this works. So he goes, apparently some guy called him a dog. So he pissed on him. And then he went, why'd you do that? And he went, I'm a dog.
Oh, that's pretty much, I think that's what the lead singer of Bring Me the Horizon did. Oh, he pissed off stage onto someone. Although, allegedly, I think it got thrown out in court. But
Only one
anyway,
person,
so,
too? He only pissed on one person on the stage?
I think if you pull back your foreskin, I think you've got pretty good aim.
Yeah, but like, if you're pissing into a crowd, surely like you're getting more than one person. You're gonna spray it across everyone. You're just gonna no.
I think if you've got, you know, discipline, I think you could just piss on one person.
You're just gonna single out a person.
I think what you're getting caught up in is like you're like, well, in the magic of the moment, is he going to piss on multiple people? But like, no, I think if you're dedicated enough, you can just piss on the one person. You know, he's a professional. He's not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
Did this person want to be pissed on?
No, so she like tried to sue him or something, but then it wasn't true. I don't think.
Okay,
anyway,
so if you're gonna no, stop Diogenes. I want to go back to the piss thing. If I'm pissing off the stage, what you just like target one person? You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna piss on that person.
Well, they can't run anywhere
because
there's other. Well, they can't get away, right? Because there's other people around them, so they can't move. Assuming they're in the front row, you've got maybe from the kind of navel up, you know, as a target. So yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's only unless other people like try and get in the way.
Piss on this person,
he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
It If he didn't do it, then why are we talking about it?
Well, because it was alleged that he did it for
It was alleged.
some period of time.
Well,
Anyway.
Diogenes actually did it. Diogenes actually pissed on people.
Yeah.
Because they kept
Pissed
calling
on
him a
people.
dog. Yeah. He also loved to masturbate places. Yep. Loved a good, loved to just masturbate
Yes.
around town.
Quite a voyeur.
Seemed kind of enjoyable in the theatre, town square, in temples.
Did that get him off, do you think? Like, do you think he like got off on that? Or he just didn't care?
I don't know. I think he just didn't care. I think the whole point was he just didn't care. He basically said that he wished that he could rub his belly and he'd be full of food, like he could take care of himself, basically. So it's
I wish
like,
that too.
there is a good, I don't know where the quote is, but there's a good, it's basically going, yeah, I wish I could just rub my belly and I'd be full, just like I could rub my dick and be fulfilled. He spat and farted in public. Nothing worse than the previous two. Apparently,
So they didn't do that because the Italians love to spit on the ground.
Well, he's spitting and farting in public.
But he's
That's
not.
an issue.
I guess they're Greek. Yeah.
He's just doing all bodily functions. I found this a weird one. He ate wherever he wanted, so they had an issue that he was eating everywhere.
Sort of like Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11.
What?
He like eats in every scene. He's just like constantly eating. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Famous.
Well, apparently that was an issue that he was eating.
Was he eating while he was shitting?
That could have been the issue.
It's just, I eat whenever I want. It's just like, I also shit whenever I want.
Just wait. Do them separately. Yeah, so that's the kind of guy we're looking at. All right. So
Free spirit.
A free spirit. All right, we're gonna cut across to you. Believe you have some sponsors to give us, Ron.
I do. I just want to show sponsors, what we can do for them in the event that we do get some sponsors one day. So I just want to ask you a question. I don't want you to answer. This is going to be rhetorical. But I want to know, are you tired of your penis looking like your body couldn't commit to a shape? Are you sick of people mistaking your penis for the back of a pigeon's head? Listen, you're not worried about the size of your penis, but you do care about the shape. You want elegance, precision, wind resistance, a penis that makes a statement. And that's why you need PenisSculpt, the world's first and only artisanal penis shaping solution. Using state-of-the-art and likely legal technology, PenisSculpt gently coerces your penis into the shape of your dreams. Want an elegant tapered penis that says, I own a grand piano but never play it? Done. How about an aggressively squared-off penis that screams, I build furniture with my bare hands? Easy. Our proprietary penis form system works while you sleep, subtly shaping your penis with the power of whispered affirmations coupled with violent jerking motions. So don't let nature bully your penis into mediocrity. PenisSculpt, because your penis deserves a glow up too. So visit PenisSculpt.com and find your shape today. Side effects may include mild discomfort, existential dread, and penis sentience. Consult a doctor if your penis develops harmonic resonance. Use this product at your own risk. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, so the product is basically, you're not worried about the size of your dick, but what you are worried about is its shape, right? Like, so you want it to be, like, nice, elegant, if you want some, like, veins, you want a sort of, a sharpened end, maybe that's what you want. And this sort of, it's a patented system that sort of helps shape your penis into its perfect form.
Like, what is it, like a mold or something? Like,
yeah.
It's a
I
dick
guess
mold.
So. Yeah, it's
so
like
basically just molding your dick into a shape.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Well, the original idea was more like that you would sort of so the whole thing about like not worrying about the size was because my original concept was that you would sort of like whittle it away. like a piece of wood to give it like the shape that you want it.
So you're gonna shave your dick? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, well, no, like sort of like woodworking. You know, like you got
that's shaving.
like a file. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's shaving.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're not worried about the size. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But you are worried about the shape.
Yeah. But
so anyway,
no, not anyway. Not anyway. I've got 10 more questions. Right. Question number 1. You can't shave someone's dick. So is this some sort of operation, or is it like a home treatment?
You do it at home. Well, no, okay, but so that was the original idea. Now it's a mold that you put on while you sleep, like the same way that you would wear a mouth guard. Or something like that.
But new question: a mouth guard doesn't shape your mouth really. So is there any actual science behind this molding dick technology that you've invented?
Well, you know, yeah, it's patented.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the same way that, you know, if you eat silver, you won't get COVID. You know?
Yeah, okay.
It's not you can't say it's not true.
Yeah.
But you know, you also can't sort of categorically say that it is true.
Now, if I had a young son who was still developing, would there be some sort of system that I could put in place that could ensure that when he grew up, he would have the pretty dick that you're describing?
Look, we're still testing that at the moment. So, again, back to you're not worried about size. So, obviously, that's probably the perfect time to implement a system such as this. While you're in that kind of growth phase, right? You can shape like the same as like you know how they used to bind feet in China, right? They would do that like while the feet were growing, right? And you're going to get the best results that way. So similar, but obviously, you know, we at
and you can assure me we at
PenisSculpt.com we haven't done that testing yet. So we are, you know, we have potential concerns that it could affect size.
Yeah.
No concerns that it's gonna result in the perfect shape. Zero concerns about that.
See, but you do have concerns about the size.
Potentially.
Yes. Okay.
We're testing this in sort of low income markets at the moment.
All right. So now that let's say that I order your product and I get it back to my house. Like, what am I looking at? What am I'm opening a box? Am I just looking at a dick mold? Is that all I got?
Well, you sort of build the mold because you want to build your perfect shape. So, like I said in the ad. Find your shape today, right? So you sort of like put it together. It's sort of, I guess, have you ever seen like in like spy movies, like how they copy a key, they like put it in like the Play-Doh or whatever. Yeah, sort of something like that. You know, you mold it around. You work out what your shape's going to be. Yeah.
Okay, so I get my dick. Push it into this clay.
Well, you mold the clay to the shape that you want, and then you retrofit that to your existing.
Okay. So I make
penis.
the shape of the penis in the clay. Then
the clay hardens.
Do I have two pieces? Do I sort of stick them together around the penis? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So I've got these two pieces. I've made a mold. Just to clarify, like, I don't know how you're going to keep this dick symmetrical with two different sides doing this by hand, but anyway,
that's up to you. You may not want it to be symmetrical.
I might not, but I also
it's
might.
Your
but
perfect
I would say
shape.
95% of your people are going to want a symmetrical dick.
But they're not symmetrical in real life, you know. They're not.
They're pretty symmetrical. Mine's pretty symmetrical. Like I might.
Nah, I reckon you got probably a vein on one side that you don't have on the other.
Okay, possibly. All right. So now I've got my two clay things. I put them around my penis. Right. How long am I having to leave this clay monstrosity on my dick for?
All night while you sleep.
All night. All night. So
Yeah. You might want to take some sleeping pills because it's incredibly painful.
All right. So is this just a one-off thing? Like, is this now my life?
Every night.
night.
Yeah. It's just like Invisalign. It's like every night for the rest of your life.
Every night for the rest of my life, I'm gonna put this clay thing. I assume the clay's hardened now, so we've got hardened clay.
Yeah, it goes hard.
Around my dick. And now I'm sitting here for a week to use it. This sounds like an amazing product.
Oh yeah. No, it is. It is.
Like,
yeah.
Having the perfect penis shape is obviously something that every man desires.
I think it's everything that. Yeah, I think every man wants it. You know, every man's definitely thought about this. They've just gone, man, I'm not concerned with the size. But I am concerned with the shape.
Yeah. And it can cure those problems like bent dicks. You know, those bent dicks you hear so much about. You can really straighten them up with this clay too, I hear.
I don't think you'd want to.
You don't think you want to?
I think you want a bent one if possible.
So do you bend it in the clay, or do you like?
Oh, you could if you wanted to. Yeah.
All right. I think that's all the questions I have about putting dick in clay. This is a terrible product. Do you want to sell some?
The sponsors are not going to be happy.
You should probably could you give them some sort of ointment or sell the sleeping pills with this clay monstrosity that's going to be attached to my penis?
Sleeping pills / painkillers.
That sounds like an upsell. What you should be doing is just sell the clay thing, and then after one night of it, you're like, oh, there's this soothing oil for $99.95, and all you do is you rub it on. And
it does.
Yeah.
It does seem like a good idea. That does seem like a good idea, but I don't want people to know that it's incredibly painful.
Yeah,
and I think that they'll start to suspect something. Because I think that they'll become addicted to the product, right?
Yeah.
And I think they'll overlook the pain in the end. I think they'll go, wow, look at this, gorgeous, elegant rod that I've now got. And I think that they'll overlook the pain. I think that those around them too will see the changes that they've made to themselves, and I think that they'll encourage them to keep going.
You won't really need porn anymore, will you? Because you can just look at your own dick and go, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're into. But yeah, potentially.
Potentially. If you heard it here first,
Potentially.
Hey, you're not having to pay for OnlyFans, this makes this almost free. Like if you're getting your dick sculpt, if that gets you off,
can just look at that.
You don't have to pay for OnlyFans anymore.
So I mean, I would mention that masturbating may sort of reverse the effects of penis form. So that's just something to keep in mind.
Keep in mind that possibly it might not work.
No, it works.
It works. But your dick's just going to snap back as soon as you touch it.
No. Well, if you rub it too vigorously, I suppose.
Can I just argue that, I'm pretty sure I've been, grabbing my dick with my hands for a long time, and there seems to be no molding taking place around my hand.
Around your hand?
Well, around, I haven't molded my penis in any way.
What'd be great is if I added some sort of like growth hormone or something to like the mold, and then like you accidentally touch your dick, and then your dick's like your hand starts to take on the like whatever the growth hormone is. You just start getting like huge fucking veins in your hands and stuff. And your fingers become really bulbous.
They just start becoming, I'm like, you get finger on things.
You touch your face. And then you touch your face and you're like, fuck. And your head just starts to swell up.
You could sell all sorts of things. But I think that this penis molding thing.
Yeah, I've got a good idea for next week that I need to work on, but I don't want to give away what it is. But it's a bit weirder.
Do you think it's a more marketable product than your penis molding?
No, it's going to apply to many less people.
Like, you don't
Very
think
select.
that, like, when you first started talking about it, like, I was almost thinking, like, you were making, like, a penis hat. Like you're going to, like, you know, there's the perfect penis, right? And you're basically just going to, like, give it that sort of, like, almost, like, put a condom on and it's just, like, a perfect shaped penis.
Oh, like a little suit.
Like, so it's like a skin suit, but like, you know, but it'd have like little rubber bits to like, you know, make the vein bigger and like make the head a bit nicer shaped and shit like that.
You just can't feel anything.
Well, no, you'd make it so you'd feel something. You wouldn't.
You just
like,
can't feel
anything.
anything.
Off, why you cutting people off?
Wow, it's amazing, but not usable.
Well, you wouldn't make it that like thick. You'd just make it really thin and maybe just have like some bumps on it, basically.
So I guess what you're talking
basically
about.
Like it's a pumped up rig, you know, the rimmed condom.
I'm thinking basically what you want to make, right, is essentially a pocket pussy that's a bigger dick on the outside, so you can still fuck with your Does that make sense? Yeah. But you're in the pocket pussy and your partner's enjoying the full
dick
size.
Suit, this dick suit, you could walk around town with this. You know, it's like you wouldn't have to take it off. You just wear it around town.
It's not going to go. Yeah, but it's like so it's not rigid. Like it'll go up and down as well.
I haven't really. I came up with it 2 minutes ago.
Well, these are the kind of conversations that you need to be having with yourself in your own head while you're walking around. You know, while you're getting breakfast ready. You know, while you're in a Zoom meeting and people are waffling on about.
No, this is what you do
about the forecast for the next quarter. You got to think about these things. How are you going to implement them? Now back to the story.
All right, so we're talking about Diogenes. We're talking about the fact that he's basically a homeless man living on the street, yelling at people. He used to go to all the games as well. So, obviously, the Olympic Games, quite popular. He would always go. So he's noted as being at many games. And that just sort of builds to his infamy across Greece. So everyone sort of starts to know who this guy is. He's the guy that's running around shit everywhere. Talking about... he said, so he's got this story where this is what he used to spend his day doing, right? He'd say, I'm looking for a man. He'd just walk around with a lantern in his hand and just be like, I'm looking for a man. Which apparently translated to an honest man. So he's basically just like, I'm looking for like an honest man. And he's just walking around the street asking everyone and just ignoring everyone who tries to answer him.
And so he never found one, obviously.
Shimmy never found one.
What a bit. He never got sick of his own bits.
He's just living his life. So another quick one. How many Greek philosophers do you know? How many could you name?
A few. I don't know. Socrates. Aristotle, Plato, maybe a couple more if I spent minutes perseverating upon it.
Well, the point is, all of these people are around right now. Plato is Diogenes' rival. Okay, Socrates is like their old master. Aristotle's running around somewhere. This is all happening at this time. Okay, so they're all around, and Pluto and Diogenes hate each other. They think they're both idiots. They keep arguing over who Socrates' heir will be, whether it's him or Plato. So Plato's basically
So he was studying under Socrates. Like he wasn't just like around.
No,
like he was actually.
Astisthenes was under Socrates.
Oh, I see.
So it's like his grandfather teacher. So Astisthenes and Plato both learnt from Socrates. Plato taught Aristotle. They're all connected in the great circle of life. So Plato used to call Diogenes Socrates gone mad, and you mentioned that
piss weak payout.
No, he's got some good ones later. Like Plato's got terrible ones, but Diogenes has some great comebacks to Plato. But the featherless biped thing was one of them. So that was Plato basically going, we're plucked chickens, we're featherless bipeds. And Diogenes walked in with a plucked chicken, and went, yeah, how are we this, and just walked into his, because apparently
didn't he say, I present you, man?
Yeah, I present you a man. So, you already said this, and this is actually something you already knew. But yes,
it doesn't mean you can't explain it.
Yeah, okay. So he says featherless. He calls them featherless bipeds. So Diogenes plucked a chicken, brings it into Plato's academy, where he said, "Here is Plato's man," and just throws this chicken at him. They later added with broad flat nails to fix up his first error. So he ended up fixing it anyway. So there's another story where Plato comes down and he finds Diogenes in the river washing vegetables. And he goes, Diogenes, if you could talk to kings like I do, you wouldn't have to wash vegetables. And Diogenes just looks up at him and says, if you could wash vegetables, you wouldn't have to talk to kings.
Oh, flipping it on its head.
Flipping on us. Don't need this stuff. So, what else have we got? So, Diogenes would always give Plato crap for basically not living the virtuous life. He was always like, well, you're not living the virtuous life, I'm living the virtuous life, you're a fraud, so on and so forth. So they basically argued their entire existence. There's a bunch of other stories of
Diogenes was against the wait, was Diogenes for or against the virtue? Or he thinks that virtue is living like an animal.
Yeah, it's different. It's the argument of they all Socrates is all about the virtue and stuff, but then it's all about how you obtain the virtue, and they slightly differ. And that's when they all start fighting
in their
each other.
beliefs. I see. Yeah. I see. So he thinks that virtue is, just shitting in the street and fucking just coming everywhere and
living free. Living free.
Eating while you shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Living free, and that, all these worldly possessions are just causing you problems. Diogenes met, there's a few meetings he had with people. He met Philip II of Macedon and apparently just told him, somehow the story is that they're in a graveyard, and he starts looking through bones and goes, I can't find your bones there, I can't distinguish your bones from that of slaves, your father's bones from that of slaves. And he was basically going that it's an apocryphal story of, when we're dead, we're all just bones. It doesn't matter if you're a king or a slave, we're all equal. He then runs into Alexander, who searches him out. And Alexander's like, I want to see if Diogenes is truly this great man that I've heard so much about. Yeah.
I must learn how to shit in the streets.
I gotta meet Alexander. Was
gotta meet this guy who shits in the streets.
Gotta meet this guy. Alexander, came to him and sort of said, Diogenes, I'll give you anything you want. I'm king of Greece. Give you anything you want. And he just says, get out of my way. I want sunbaking. I want the sunlight. And apparently Alexander thought that was hilarious. But he's like, me as the king of the whole world, doesn't want anything from me, just wants me to get out of his sun.
Yeah, I mean, no one probably ever spoke to him like that.
Yeah, and he said, if I was not Alexander, I would wish to be Diogenes. So Alexander loved him.
That's a good recommendation. Yeah, that's not
Alexander
bad.
loves him. He apparently had one possession for like half of his life. He had this small bowl that he used to like eat his food in and like drink water out of. But one day he saw a kid using his hands to like scoop water out of the river, and he cracked the shits and went, "What a fool I've been!" Threw his bowl on the ground and went, "I've been carrying this shit around for like 20 years, but a waste of my time."
It's a huge realization. Fucking been wasting my time with this bowl.
this
I got
fucking
a bowl on the end of my fucking arms.
All right. So it then seems that he was then captured by pirates. So I don't really know where he was going, but somehow he's managed to get himself captured by pirates. All right. So they decide to enslave him, and they go off to sell him. And they ask, Diogenes, what's your trade? And he says, "I'm a master." That's all they can tell. "I'm a leader of men." That's basically the only answer they can get out of him. So
it's just like, I'll show you how to shit in the street and drink piss out of my own hands. I will show you how to come in a public space.
So
don't worry about let him watch. Yeah.
Talk about letting him watch. So he eventually sells him to this guy who's thought it was quite amusing that he referred to himself as a master, and he gets him to teach his 2 children as a tutor.
Seems like a bad decision. But he doesn't know anything about this guy other than this master comment.
Well, no. I don't know. He's traveled. He's got caught by pirates. They usually they take you away from your homeland so you can't escape.
Yeah, he must know who he is or something, because there's no way he's just like, "Oh, this guy just said he was a master or whatever." He's just like, yeah, take care of my kids or whatever. Don't you fuck him. Don't you do it.
He
starts tutoring the kids.
So he's tutoring the kids. There was a story back before that I didn't mention that was where he'd literally just beg outside brothels, and basically people would eventually just give him enough money, just be like, "Right, sweet, got enough money," and he'd go.
Oh, not into the brothel though.
Into the brothel.
Oh, he'd go into the brothel. Yeah.
He'd
I
go
thought
into
you
the
saying
brothel.
he was
But
begging.
He'd beg for the money outside.
I thought he was begging for sex. He's like the first simp. It's not fair.
So this is where the end of the story comes, but the ways that he died are quite interesting. So there's 4 claims of how he died. Okay, so one states that he was with this family, and they set him free. He lived out his days as a member of the family. They loved him. So that's
okay.
That's version number 1.
That's the vanilla.
That's
version,
the vanilla.
Yeah.
He lived happily ever after. Option number 2 is that he ate a raw octopus and died.
Sucked it down. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He could have done
I imagine
both.
you could do that if you had I imagine that you could do that with a slimy octopus or a squid or something, right? You could just kind of put the end in your mouth and just suck it down like spaghetti. Do you reckon? I reckon you could.
He's an old man by now. You know not to eat raw octopus. So I don't know why he would do that.
He might have ceviche'd it, a bit of lemon. That cooks the fish. You don't know what ceviche is, do you? You got no idea.
No idea at all.
You wouldn't eat it.
Okay. I wouldn't eat raw octopus either. So the third version of this thing is that he held his breath until he died. So one day he just decided to hold his breath and he just died.
That's pretty tight.
I don't think you can do that. Like,
I could imagine you doing that.
I'd
You know,
try.
like people just being like, I won't breathe until you call me the king. And then nobody calls you the king and you just hold your breath, you just fucking die. And your kids are just like, they're like, what happened to daddy? Oh, well, like his friends wouldn't call him the king, so he just held his breath until he died. And they'd just be like, and your kids would just be like, what an honorable man.
He died with honor.
Just held his breath, because I know people used to like I think it's like in a lot of movies and stuff, like people would just like walk into the ocean and they die, right? I think that's in so many movies. So like some ancient Greek woman will just walk into the ocean and like that's it.
Bird thing.
This is more impressive, I think.
I don't think all four of these ways seem very bizarre, except for the happy ever after one. So our fourth one is he got bit by a dog, it got infected, and he died.
Less interested in that one. And maybe all four happened.
Possibly.
Like at one. Like, maybe he was hanging out with his family or whatever, right? And then he was like, I fucking hate this family. So I'm going to eat some... Gets bitten by a dog.
The family
He's just
dog
like,
bit
tries
me.
to kill him. Tries to kill himself by eating this raw squid, and then that didn't work, and he's just like, fuck it, I'll just hold my breath until I die.
He probably just had octopus for dinner, and then he like choked on the octopus, and then died because he couldn't breathe.
Yeah, they might have just made it up. It's like he just choked basically, and they were like, oh no, he was such a man of honor, that he just held his breath, but he didn't. He just choked.
Choked and died.
So that was it for Diogenes.
No, we have one final point just before we go. When asked what they wanted to do with his body when he died, he said, I don't mind if you basically throw my body over the castle walls and just leave me there. And everyone went, at the time, everyone's very, the dead, you bury them nicely and all that sort of stuff. But is
that what they did with them back then? They just buried them.
Yeah, it was like
what were their customs?
Well, there were customs, but we're not going into the customs right now. I'm just saying that there were customs, but his thing was, well, just throw me over the wall. Who cares?
What would be funny is if this car scene, he's just like, just throw me over the wall or whatever, and it's just like, but it's like not by the ocean or anything. Just throw him over his body's just there for like months.
They said, and someone asked, well, wouldn't you mind this? He says, not at all, as long as you provide me with a stick to chase away the creatures. And then when asked, well, you can't use the stick because you lack awareness, he replied, if I lack awareness, why should I care what happens to me when I'm dead?
Tough.
So that was pretty gangster. So
yeah, that is pretty gangster.
So it's not like we're going to find his tomb anywhere soon.
They just dumped him and that was it. Nice, dude.
That's it. That's Diogenes.
How do you want to go? What do you want us to do with your body? The way you eat chicken, it's probably not going to be long.
Can someone encase me in some sort of like statue-like thing? Like I want to be in the statue of me standing.
Just rotting away.
It doesn't have to be running. I could be standing or.
No, I meant just like your body's just rotting inside this.
Yeah, rotting inside it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's just paper mache on the outside.
Well, surely deserve me somehow.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. Do you want to be like bigger than you were?
Yeah, probably.
Do you want to? Yeah, you want us to make you like massive.
My wealth should expand to how big I am. The more wealthy I become, the bigger the statue. The smaller I am, the smaller statue.
Imagine that. Just being like, no. I want to be like this 30-foot statue in the backyard. Every time, your family goes out there, just got to look at this fucking 30-foot statue. It just takes up the entire yard.
Yeah, but how long is that going to last? Like, someone's going to knock it down eventually.
If it's just paper mache, probably not long. But that's because if you don't have that much money, it's not going to be stone or anything. But I think there's a bunch of ways you can a bunch of things you can do now. They can turn your ashes into a diamond. They can, I don't know, there's something to do with a tree. I don't know, they like put you in a seed or something and you become a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else there is. Yeah, you can sprinkle the ashes wherever. I don't know. Maybe if the boys just like snort me or something.
What's snorting you?
What if you mixed it in with Coke?
No.
Maybe.
All right, catch you next week.
History Squirt.